Hi, I'm Tracy Canella, and I'm a licensed mental health counselor in Washington State. And today I would like to tell you about a process using emotional freedom technique, or EFT. This process is called manifesting your future goals quickly using EFT. And it was developed by Nick Ortner of the Tapping Solution. For more information about Nick and his sister Jessica Ortner, you can visit www.thetappingsolution.com. And on that website, it does have a process written out for you to follow. This is a video that I have made with the permission of the Tapping Solution to be able to give you an illustration of the 5-step process in manifesting your future goals. Step 1, a very important step, is to write down your specific goal. This can be any goal that you have about the future, whether it be cleaning the house, mowing the lawn, very simple goals, to becoming a doctor, becoming a counselor, or how much you want to work or earn in a year, where you want to go with your relationships, finding that special somebody, or being a certain person. Whatever your goal is, write it down now and be specific. Now I'll share with you my goal. And my goal is pretty specific, although it started out as pretty general. The goal started out as, I want to have lots of fun and make lots of money and not hardly work at all. What I've done is I've made it more specific over this time that I've worked with the tapping and with this process. And now my goal is, I would like to make 6-figure income, only work 3 days a week, and completely love what I do. It sounds like 3 goals wrapped up into one, but it actually is where I want my future direction to be. So for purposes of this video, I'm going to use my own example, and you can just follow along and think about your own life and your own example. And I'm sure you will have a beneficial experience doing this. So I've already completed step 1, and that is to have the goal out there, written down, very specific. And this process does involve writing, so I would suggest that you get a pencil and a piece of paper if you don't already have one, and start to take some notes on yourself. Step 2 is to write down your own gut reactions to this goal. So any kind of reactions in the form of thoughts, in the form of feelings, in the form of body sensations where you feel it in your body, and intensity, from 0, meaning no intensity at all, I'm not feeling anything about this, no stress at all, to 10, meaning, wow, this is a really super intense, I'm almost unable to stand it. Or any point in between. Just choose a number of intensity. So you're going to get a feeling and some thoughts or gut reactions. And you'll feel it somewhere in your body. Identify where that is. And then you want to rank it from 0 to 10. And then we begin to tap. Now for those of you who are familiar with the process of EFT, then this will be a breeze, because I'm just going to go through tapping process, not going to explain how tapping works or why it works or what to do. You know what to do. And if you're not familiar with the tapping process, I'd encourage you to go to www.thetappingsolution.com for an example of how to tap. There's also a link on my website, www.lokahicounseling.com, for a brief explanation of how to do EFT. All right, so we're ready to begin, and I'm going to use myself as an example and start with a setup phrase. I'm identifying my emotion as irritation, and it's in my hands and in my throat, and it's about a 6 out of 10 right now. Setup phrase. Even though I feel so irritated about this goal of mine to make 6 figures and only work 3 days a week, I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm irritated at myself. You're just a dreamer. This will never happen. How could you expect that you'd be able to do this? I accept myself and how I feel. Even though I'm irritated at the part of me who just wants to have fun and play around and only work 3 days a week and make 6 figures. I'm irritated. I'm irritated that this part of me is wasting my time. I deeply and completely love and accept that part of me as I accept every other part of me. And I accept my feelings of irritation surrounding this goal. So after you do the setup phrase, then really tune into the emotion, feeling, in my case, in the throat and in the hands, and go to the eyebrow point and do your reminder phrase. This irritation inside of the eye. This irritation about this goal of mine under the eye. However can I expect to earn 6 figures and only work 3 days a week? Under the nose. That's just ridiculous. And on the chin. I just feel irritated with myself for even wanting this goal. Collarbone. I'm just so irritated. Under the arm. I'm irritated at myself for wanting this goal, for expecting this goal. It's just so unreasonable. And top of the head. I really wish I could have this goal and not feel so much irritation at myself. So pause and take a really deep breath. You'll notice when I went to the top of the head, I had a statement and made a wish. And I'll always do that. That's part of my own process. And the wish being, I really wish that I could get beyond this irritation and just get to my goal. And that's what I do on the top of the head. So the process is check in to see if there's any other residual emotions. In this case, mine turned to sadness. The sadness is located in my throat. And it's probably about maybe a 3 or a 4 right now. So what you would do is just continue to tap on those emotions. Any resistance that you have toward this goal can be tapped on and tapped down. So I would say a setup phrase of, even though I feel so irritated at myself, and I feel a little sad, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And I would go through the full setup process again, and a round of tapping, see where I'm at, until my intensity around step number 2, which is my own gut reaction to the goal, has been eliminated. And I can implant some positive statements. I'm letting go of this idea that I'm a princess. I want to let go of this resistance and claim my goal. I'm letting go now, feeling very strong and confident in my goal. And you just go through the tapping points and implant some positive, affirming statements. And those statements will help really implant the goal inside of you without any resistance to it. So that's step 2. Step 3 in the process is to write down what other people would say to you if you shared your goal with them. And again, The same thing as we did on the last process is you would want to put your gut reaction and thoughts, your emotion name, where it's located in your body, and how intense it is. And you'll want to write all this stuff down so that you can keep track of it. As we left off on step 2, I was feeling some irritation and then some sadness toward my goal. As soon as I had tapped through my own gut reactions to my goal, I started to shift my mind to step 3 and what other people would think. Such as, whatever, good luck with that, sweetheart. I have no idea why she thinks she can do that. Kind of like the naysayers. The naysayers are telling me I cannot do this. And my emotional reaction is disappointment and a little bit of fear. What if they're right? So again, you start with your setup statement. Even though I feel so disappointed and a little fearful because of these people and their reaction to my goal, this is what I think they'll react to my goal. And I really like my goal. I deeply and completely accept myself anyway. Even though I really fear that if I shared this with other people, they would discourage me. And I'm feeling discouraged. See how my emotion changed? I accept myself and how I feel, and I accept my changing emotions. Even though I feel discouraged now, as I'm thinking about sharing this goal with other people, this goal to make 6 figures and work only 3 days a week, I'm discouraged about what people might think and about how they might tell me it's impossible. I deeply and completely love and accept myself anyway, even though I feel so discouraged. I accept my feelings, and I accept myself. And then go through a round of tapping again, really tuning into that emotion. Right now, for me, it's disappointment and fear. I'm fearing that people will discourage me from my goal, and I'm disappointed in that. And as you tap, continue to focus on that emotion and see how it changes and shifts in intensity. And when you get to the top of the head, I wish I could just relax about what they say. I wish I could just release these feelings. Tap it through until you are done feeling the emotions and you don't have any sort of charge or block in your body. And then solidify it with a final round of tapping. I'm ready to release these feelings, to be confident and strong in my goal without fear or shame. I choose to be excited about my goal. I am excited about my goal, and I will have fun with this goal. I choose to ignore what the people say and go with my own inner knowing, my own intuition. I choose to release what no longer serves me. And I'm feeling really good about the goal. And now step 4. You write down your own beliefs about the goal. And this is where it can go back in time to where you first started to feel these body feelings. What do you believe about this goal? Do you believe you can't do it? And if so, where did that come from? Where was the origin or the source of that? I know for my own self and my goal, the origin of it is the body feeling. I can always trace it because the feeling in the body is much like when I was a child and a teacher would tell me when I was having fun in class to stop passing notes or stop chit-chatting and, kind of like stop having fun. And it's sort of that teacher voice in me, that irritation that comes up. That's what came up first. But the sadness came because I thought about the child who wasn't getting to have fun. You know, I think a lot of adults, very well-meaning adults, will really want to instill responsibility in children. And if children are sensitive children, then they'll want to please adults. And so I'm remembering back to a time when that was true for me. So what you would do with that is the belief about the goal. For one, it's not possible to earn a lot of money unless you work really hard. And even then, it's not a guarantee. That's my belief. It goes back to 4th grade when my teacher was extremely hard on all of us students and would really want us to take and be overly responsible. So just tap through that. I remember the time in 4th grade. My teacher wouldn't tolerate it when I passed notes or had any fun in class. And the emotion, this sadness. I'm just so sad about that. Some of my fun was taken away from me when I was a child, and I want to get that back. I'm really sad that I didn't get as much fun as I would like to in childhood. I would really like to have a lot more fun in my life right now. And still make a lot of money so that I don't have to worry about surviving. Again, make a wish. And take a breath. See where you're at emotionally. Remembering that the present emotions often link back to the past. So in step 4, your beliefs are going to be crucial. Write them all down and tap them through. Remembering to tune into your feelings, the intensity, and where they're located in your body. Your body will give you clues about where these emotions started in the first place. It feels like the time when I was in 4th grade. So step number 5. After you have tapped through steps where you've done your goal and you've tapped through steps 2, 3, and 4, and then tap through the affirmation on step 4 about the beliefs. I choose to be confident and strong. I choose to reject the belief that you have to work so hard to make a lot of money. I accept the belief that I can work 3 days a week and earn 6 figures. I choose to be confident about this goal. The end of step 4. And step 5. Any resistance that's remaining, any thought about the goal, any consideration about what other people might think, any beliefs, any resistance at all toward the goal, tap it through. Just using the same process as we did before. You can keep digging and digging and digging, and sometimes resistance will come up and you tap it down. This process is to be used for at least 30 days. And if any thought of the goal brings up a fear or an emotion, stress, sadness, just tap it through. And I wish you success, because we all are entitled to that, right? And happiness in our lives. That's what we truly want. So thank you again for listening. And if you have a comment or if you like this video, just leave it below, or you can email me at tracy@lokahicounseling.com. Take care.